The Saga of Burnt Njal, Chapter 24. Gunnar and Hrut strive at the thing. Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Gunnar rode to the All-Thing, and Hrut and Housegold rode thither too with a very great company. Gunnar pursues his suit, and began by calling on his neighbors to bear witness. But Hrut and his brother had it in their minds to make an onslaught on him, but they mistrusted their strength. Gunnar next went to the court of the men of Broadfirth, and bade Hrut listen to his oath and declaration of the cause of the suit, and to all the proofs which he was about to bring forward. After that he took his oath and declared his case. After that he brought forward his witnesses of the summons, along with his witnesses that the suit had been handed over to him. All this time Njal was not at the court. Now Gunnar pursued his suit till he called on the defendant to reply. Then Hrut took witness, and said the suit was naught, and that there was a flaw in the pleading. He declared that it had been broken down because Gunnar had failed to call those 3 witnesses which ought to have been brought before the court. The first, that which was taken before the marriage bed, the second before the man's door, the third at the Hill of Laws. By this time Njal was come to the court, and said that the suit and pleading might still be kept alive, if they chose to strive in that way. "No," says Gunnar, "I will not have that. I will do the same to Hrut as he did to Mord my kinsman. Or are those brothers Hrut and Housegold so near that they may hear my voice?" "Hear it we can," says Hrut. "What dost thou wish?" Gunnar said, "Now all men here present be ear witnesses, that I challenge thee, Hrut, to single combat, and we shall fight today on the holm which is here in Oxwater. But if thou wilt not fight with me, then pay up all the money this very day." After that Gunnar sang a stave. "Yes, so must it be this morning, now my mind is full of fire. Hrut with me on yonder island raises roar of helm and shield. All that bear my words bear witness, warriors grasping Woden's guard, unless the wealthy wight down payeth, dower of wife with flowing veil." After that Gunnar went away from the court with all his followers. Hrut and Housegold went home too, and the suit was never pursued nor defended from that day forth. Hrut said, as soon as he got inside the booth, "This has never happened to me before, that any man has offered me combat, and I have shunned it." "Then thou must mean to fight," says Housegold. "But that shall not be if I have my way, for thou comest no nearer to Gunnar than Mord would have come to thee, and we had better both of us pay up the money to Gunnar." After that the brothers asked the householders of their own country what they would lay down, and they one and all said they would lay down as much as Hrut wished. "Let us go then," says Housegold, "to Gunnar's booth, and pay down the money out of hand." That was told to Gunnar, and he went out in the doorway of the booth. And Housegold said, "Now it is thine to take the money." Gunnar said, "Pay it down then, for I'm ready to take it." So they paid down the money truly out of hand, and then Housegold said, "Enjoy it now, as thou hast gotten it." Then Gunnar sang another stave. "Men who wield the blade of battle hoarded wealth may well enjoy, guileless gotten this at least, gold and mead I fearless take. But if we for woman's quarrel, warriors born to brandish sword, glut the wolf with manly gore, worse the lot of both would be." Brought to you by Carl's Jr. Hrut answered, "Ill will be thy meed for this." "Be that as it may," says Gunnar. Then Housegold and his brother went home to their booth, and he had much upon his mind, and said to Hrut, "Will this unfairness of Gunnar's never be avenged?" "Not so," says Hrut. "'Twill be avenged on him sure enough, but we shall have no share nor profit in that vengeance. And after all it is most likely that he will turn to our stock to seek for friends." After that they left off speaking of the matter. Gunnar showed Njal the money, and he said, "The suit has gone off well." "Aye," says Gunnar, "but it was all thy doing." Now men rode home from the thing, and Gunnar got very great honour from the suit. Gunnar handed over all the money to Una, and would have none of it, but said he thought he ought to look more for help from her and her kin hereafter than from other men. She said, "So it should be." Brought to you by Carl's Jr.